Whispers in the Dark, Part 1. Lena Maddox never let herself fall in love, not after what happened with her mother, not after what she had done. But when she met Caleb at the university library, something shifted. He wasn't like the others. He saw through her polished exterior, into the raw, trembling girl she tried to keep hidden. Their connection was electric, undeniable. A stolen glance over a battered copy of Crime and Punishment, late-night coffee runs, and hushed conversations about secrets they'd never tell anyone else. Caleb had secrets too. His father had disappeared when he was 10, just vanished. No body, no note. He told Lena that sometimes he could still hear his father's voice, whispering in the dark.
You ever feel like you're being watched?
Caleb asked one night, his hands wrapped around a steaming cup of coffee. Lena knew that feeling too well. The past was always watching. One evening, they decided to get away from campus, a spontaneous road trip to a secluded cabin Caleb's family once owned. As they drove up the winding road, Lena felt uneasy. The trees seemed too still, the air too heavy. Inside the cabin, everything was just as Caleb had described, dusty but warm, filled with memories. As they curled up by the fire, he traced circles on her wrist and whispered,
You don't have to run anymore.
She shivered. How much does he know? Then he leaned closer.
I found something. Something in my father's old things.
Lena stiffened. Caleb reached into his bag and pulled out a yellowed, folded letter. Slowly he opened it and read aloud. Lena Maddox is not who she says she is. She knows what happened to me. She was there. Lena's blood ran cold. Caleb looked up, his eyes unreadable.
This letter was written by my father. The night before he disappeared.
The room seemed to shrink around her. Then Caleb smiled. A slow, knowing smile.
I've always known, Lena.
His fingers tightened around her wrist. Outside, the wind howled. Inside, the past had finally caught up. Lena believed she had kept her past hidden, her connection to Caleb's father's disappearance buried. But Caleb had been waiting, playing the long game. The real question was, who was the hunter and who was the prey?
OMG, what just happened? Lena's secret is out, and Caleb finally knows the truth. But is their love strong enough to survive it? What really happened to Caleb's father? Will he forgive Lena, or will this love story turn into something much darker? Part 2 drops soon. Like if you need to know the truth. Follow so you don't miss the final chapter. Comment, I'm ready if you're hooked.